Professor. I got your fee if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk. We talk to citizens and members of the universe of the universe. I don't know why I'm changing it up now. I've been doing this for so long, and shit, you think I know it by now. But I'm joined by my co-host, Jade. How are you doing, Jade?
I am doing fine. I just got back from glamping, like, I don't know, 30 minutes before we went on air.
And I know you said what glamping was last time, but for people who are joining us today that are new, what is glamping again?
It's literally glamorous camping. So it's not roughing it. It's the exact opposite of roughing it, but still like out in the wilderness. If that makes any sense.
Are you really out in the wilderness if you're not roughing it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I went to a place up here called Vashon Island, and it was a cool little cabin on a beach. It had a shower and electricity and everything, so it's not quite, pitching a tent somewhere.
Okay, all right. So how's your week been?
It's been great. It's been great. Very peaceful. Saw lots of wildlife.
And you're not talking about city wildlife. You're talking about like actual wildlife.
Yeah, no, actual wildlife. I saw sea lions. Yeah, I saw I saw a hawk. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Any lions and tigers or bears?
No, but I did go to
Oh
a place
my.
I did go to a park that has black bears, but we didn't see any.
Oh, well, yeah, don't be letting those people taking selfies with those bears, okay?
Oh yeah, no selfies with the bears. But you know what I did see? A troll, and I thought of you.
Okay. Where was this troll?
It was at this park on Maury Island, and it's really cool. It's a troll, and it has birdhouses as a crown. And I immediately thought fastcart like this because you're kind of a troll.
I hope you took a picture and you can show me later.
Yeah.
We're moving on with this show. Today is July 25th, 2024, at least in North, South, and Central America. I hope you all are doing well today. And yeah, so my week has been, it's been good, I think. Been good. We finished talking like last week, so I'm trying to find something new to watch. And we started Touchdown, which is the prequel or the side story to the Jason Bourne trilogy or quadrilogy, and we also started the Citadel, which is on Amazon. And yeah, Citadel and Touchdown seem to be good so far. I only seen one episode, but I'll check back and let y'all know how it is. But the highlight of the week, there's a anime form of Suicide Squad now, called Suicide Squad Isekai. It's on Max, or HBO Max, but just Max now. And yeah, it has Peacemaker, Harlequin, and some other folks. So that's been interesting. I'm looking forward to finishing that. Have you been watching anything on streaming lately, Jade?
No, well, I did watch some stuff from the Olympics briefly on my phone, but no, I was trying to get away from like all that stuff.
Completely forgot about the Olympics, and I knew it was starting, but we started what, a few days ago.
Yeah.
So I gotta catch up on that. Thanks for reminding me. Anyway, let's get on with the show. And yeah, okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to read this down, but I think I have it. There's no room for sick men on this expedition. Mr. Hurston, stay on the ship. We'll update you at the top of every hour. I've heard this story before. My dad broke his leg 700 feet from the summit of Mount Rainier. He would like you. He wouldn't go back to let us. He wouldn't let us go back or let us stop. We reached the top, and he opened a bottle of champagne. My first drink with my dad at 14,000 feet. On the way down, he developed a blood clot in his leg and traveled down to his lung. She suffered for 4 hours before dying, 20 minutes from the base. What do people think that's from? I don't think people are going to get that one, but we'll see. It is an anniversary, a milestone anniversary for that one. All right, so let's drag people down. We're joined by Fifth Space and Cotton Space, and thank you, Jay, for putting the link in. If anyone wants to come in and join us, come on down and chat with us about what's going on in Star Citizen this week. So yes, any guesses as to what my Bambi? It's close to Prisoner. Close.
I remember that thing about the blood clot, but I can't remember the movie. Though.
Oh, Devastate. Got it. Alien vs. Predator, 2004. AVP. Very good, Devastate. Yeah, that was a pop. We saw a different incarnation of Bishop in that movie. And yeah, we talked. Alex, the protagonist, was talking to the Bishop incarnation before he became Bishop, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, it's good if you open a bottle of champagne when you get to the top of Mount Rainier. Just saying, personal experience.
Oh, okay. So you have then.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't develop a blood clot though.
No blood clot.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised someone got that. Very good, Devastate. I thought that was gonna stump people. Happy then. Anyway. So let's get on with the show. We have this week's sneak peek, and here it is. I forgot to change the title of it, but yeah, I'll do that right now. But it says landing gear deployed. That's the name of that's the title for the sneak peek. And you see landing gear. So what do y'all think?
I was trying to figure it out, but I was like, you know what? It looks like a Drake because I've seen a landing gear. I think those are on the Corsairs.
Citizen Ninja says Polaris.
That's true too. It's possible.
I think someone did an investigation, and it wasn't Admiral Kusanagi this time. Let me check the channel, the Star Citizen Info channel in Discord real quick. Oh, I guess not. I thought someone did. Maybe I'm looking at a different channel. So yeah, there's a few guesses. What are your thoughts, Pops?
Oh, I haven't the slightest idea. The only thing I can say is for a split second, it made me think of the mech, but that was for like.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, for a tenth of a second, I was like, mech, and then
I got hyped for a second.
But I have nothing beyond that.
Oh, so Red Bear One in our channel posted a couple of images, but it didn't say. Oh, Emma Legionnaire, might be the Legionnaire. So thank you for that for the pictures on Red Bear One. I'll copy it and put it in the chat real quick. Copy link.
Yeah, that's what my son was saying. That it was probably a Legionnaire because it's a lot like Drake and the Corsair from the Corsair.
Yep. So yeah, congrats to people who are looking forward to it and own it. You're getting it soon, hopefully. Soon, TM. All right then. So up next we have. There's no Star Citizen Live last week, so there's no need to talk about that. But we do have this week in Star Citizen, and gonna go forward and talk about it. Talk about it last weekend. They attended the first Star Citizen in Washington D.C. Over 150 of us gave them a warm welcome. They were thrilled to see the organization and meeting in person and the first time, and New York forming right at the event. This is what Star Citizens were all about. So yeah. Oops, I forgot to change the page. Oh yeah, it's my bad. So yeah, that Star Citizen in DC. Looked like they had a lot of fun there. 150 people. Someone asked me why I couldn't go. I don't have DC money. I wish I could, but in the past I might have gone. But yeah, maybe next year I'll be more out and about. But yeah, this week they had the Whitley guide talking about the Amber Carrack, the roadmap roundup, the Inside Star Citizen. We're going to do it at the end of the episode. And tomorrow, the first Star Citizen Live is a game dev episode with John Griffith, lead environment artist, where they'll be showcasing the process of building a forward operating base, one of the new modules being added in the distribution center that begins at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, 1500 on UTC on Twitch. And Friday, we got our newsletter. Yep. So yeah, anyone looking forward to the Star Citizen Live or talk about a forward operating base? I'm not sure what that. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what it is when it comes to Star Citizen. Put it that way. No. No. All right. No problem. Oh, we also have top images from our community hub, and this one is from Andrew. MI16 or MI mixed. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, that's a Gladius. I'm not sure where it's coming from. That's not a jump point, is it? I mean, it's coming out of quantum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good effect.
Kind of looks like it just missed an explosion or something.
Yeah, right? And this is from Draw. It's Gelder. That's from Lord of the Rings? I believe so. Yeah, but they're holding the alien artifact that we like to see on Lando's desk behind, not desk, but shelf behind him. That alien artifact. That's cool. That's a cool pick.
I know this guy. He's one of our mods on the People's Radio Discord.
Oh, congratulations to him then.
Yep.
And this is from Dr. Fisher, a couple of pulses racing. Speaking of racing, to get to that in a moment. This is Eamost? Or Imost? But yeah. Oh, there's the artwork. Okay. Trying to figure out what ship that is. I know that's an Anvil Hornet in the background, but I'm not sure what that is in the foreground. Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Citizen Joe. Yes. Lord of the Rings.
An
What were you
Idris.
going to say?
Idris and a
Okay.
Hornet. Yeah, it's Idris
Okay.
and a Hornet.
All right. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, the president, too. And then, so we already got this one, but yeah. So yeah, congratulations to the top images from Community Hub this week. Then I'm going to scroll up. And we have our MVP for this week. Discover Racing by Jakodin. Jakodin. Get ready to discover the pure thrill and adrenaline rush that is Star Citizen Racing. The video explores the reason why racing is the ultimate test of skill and fantastic way to elevate your Star Citizen experience, become an ace pilot, and race your way to the glory. So congratulations on your MVP, Jakodin. And we're gonna watch that at the end of the episode. So stay tuned for that. Anyone here race? Oh yeah, Jay. Duh. Yeah, go and tell people your usual spiel. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so I captained the team that won the first Daymar rally in the Cyclone division.
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will give you some juice to make it to the next race.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. I do want to get into ship racing. I haven't really got into it. I'm easing my way back into Gravlev racing, but I do want to get into ship racing.
And it's not they didn't make MVP this week, but I do want to give a shout out to our friend from Dig That 32. Dig That 32 put together a video called 324 Explain the State of the Past Star Citizen. Came out last week, but it's very informative and it gave a very good summary of what to expect in 324. And so yeah, I would want people to check that out because it's a great video. All right. Listen, Pops, have you seen this video from Dig That yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What y'all think?
Oh, very, very good. Very informative.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything that
Yeah,
you didn't know
always-
before?
Everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't know anything
Everything.
about
Didn't know
324. So, well, actually, we actually spoke about a little bit of this the other day. We talked about some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we just watched the video. He went a little more in depth. Excuse me. And
You want to say
everything.
something, Pops?
Oh no, I was just saying everything. Way he explained it. Dig has a wonderful way of explaining things the Dig way, and one of he's very very precise, very very clear. No fluff and all that stuff. He's straight to the point, but his whole rhythm excellent.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to know more about 324 but don't feel like doing a lot of reading, check out this video.
Yeah.
How about you, Jade? You watch this?
If it came out this week, I didn't watch it because I haven't really
Ah.
watched anything this week.
Okay. Well,
But I
check
will
out when
watch
you-
it.
Yeah, I gotta say, check it out when you get a chance.
Yeah.
All right, so up next we have the roadmap roundup for July 24th. So, they've been skipping these for a few weeks, but it's back. And notable changes for July 24th. The following cards have been added to the release view, targeting release for Alpha 4.0. So we have RSI Juice Mark II CL, the Acidic Caves, the Rock Cave, Asteroid Bases, and Space Station Contested Zone. So, yeah, those are added to the release view for 4.0. What if it was hard? Anything you're looking forward to?
Asteroid, is that bases like more bases like Grimhex? Is that what?
Says implementing new asteroid bases guided across the space and asteroid clusters, glass clouds, and other areas of Pyro. From exploration type
Oh, fine.
to gameplay to mission-based location, these bases include both constrained interiors for potential FPS complex as well as space combat while reaching or fleeing from the location.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's targeting Alpha 4.0. And if I was part, I would have had that the release view up, but I don't have it up. So maybe next week, or maybe 2 weeks from now, I'll probably remember that.
What stands out to me? Oh yeah, I was gonna say what stands out to me from that is rock caves, because those were the very first type of cave that we got. So this is like rock cave 2.0, I guess. They said they were gonna go back and redo them, but I didn't know they were that close to going back to redo them. So that's a surprise.
Cool. And yeah, so also the Spectrum post, but there's nothing special added this week, so that's it for the roundup. And moving right along, we have a thread regarding the roundup. Jack Hackpoller responded to Elric, asking about the reporting style recently. And Jake, I just wanted to remind people, if you haven't checked out the monthly report, you should. They have this info along with some visuals, and it's just every 4 weeks instead of every 2 for the monthly report. So that if you miss reading the roadmap roundup, the monthly report is similar, but it's more detailed. Put it out there. Okay, so we got the really guy, Carrack. Who here has a Carrack?
I do.
I do.
No. Oh, Kusanagi, welcome. You have a Carrack?
Yes, I do.
Did you get a chance to read this?
I have not.
So this is basically more about the Evocati. Talking about how it originated in 2022, 28, yeah. And then, civilian service and capturing his history. And, went from military to civilian, I believe, so yeah.
But I did see that it was a Corvette-sized exploration ship, which I concur with.
Okay. Yeah, that's an Admiral Kusanagi thing right there, I know. But yeah, this article originally originated in Jump Point 8.2. Yeah, it's okay. And Fish and Pops, I know you got a Carrack, right?
No.
No, we used to.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I used to have one. And,
Oh, okay. Alright.
I forgot what I CCU'd.
What'd you trade it for?
Polaris.
I should.
A Polaris?
No,
Yep.
no.
Well,
Mm-mm.
somebody's
Yep,
saying
it
yes,
was.
you're saying no.
Admiral Kusanagi.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's
they
Polaris.
traded it for
Okay.
the Odyssey, because the Odyssey is the Carrack killer. We all know that.
That would be a good joke, but unfortunately, it's untrue.
I mean, it would be a good joke, but fastcart told it, right?
And still, it'd be untrue though.
Okay, all right. So yeah, that's that's the law article for this month, this week actually. The Whitley Guide Carrack. Oh yay! This is just fine. In just 1 week, we want to see your most creative campaign to champion your favorite ship in the verse for another round of Ship Showdown. Ship Showdown is in 1 week or less than a week now. Who's looking forward to it?
Oh, I am. Nursa. It's going to be the Nursa.
Like if people are already putting in the predictions. This one they have on the screen that says the C1, FHC, F7A, and the Vulture. I'm not sure about the Vulture, but the other one may have contention. What do people think that their top 4 will be? Starting with Kusanagi, just off the top of your head.
Top 4? You mean like the final
winners.
winners?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my god.
That's tough.
They're gonna have the new racing bike.
Pulse.
Like the smallest ship. And they're gonna have the Nursa, and they're gonna have what else is stupid? I'm trying to think. Well, there'll be one stupid ship, and just pick it, and then I don't know, and then they'll have a cool ship. Probably could the F8 be in this one?
Yeah.
Would this be the first year the F8 could get in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell with it. Put the F8 in.
Ooh, okay.
And then it's beaten out by the small racing bike.
Mhm.
But
Who
I have to agree with
do you think will take the top spot?
oh my god.
There's
Does it
another
come with the
spot
paint,
here.
right? I mean, it could. I mean, the nurses they're kind of pushing the nurses thing, but I mean, I think it's still going to be a ship.
I don't know.
Are they going to have any ships for sale during this thing? No.
Well, this is the IAE. That's when the paint and everything comes out. But yeah, but the top 4 will always have a special deal, as you could say, plus the
Do
skin.
they show the paint first, and they have the paint later?
Paint later. Paint during the IAE.
I think that would change this if they showed the paint, and then people could kind of get an idea of what they could kind of like look at the ships and be like, "Oh, I'd like to see this paint on this ship this year, or that ship this year, or this would be great on the 890 or the 600."
Well, I think they give us an idea of what the colors will be, the color scheme, but I don't think we'll see the skins until November. But yeah.
So you're saying they might have like a red and black like BMM with some gold trim? That could possibly be a paint color.
No, they have to wait until the BMM actually comes out for that one. I'm okay with that. The BMM is not out yet, so we got to wait on that skin.
They should like label, like they should have like kind of like celebrity paints, and that way they could have like fastcart where you just have this giant face of you on the side of ships, on top of the ships.
No one wants that. No one wants
when
that.
you like put the landing gear down, you're kind of your head so.
Anyway,
like,
I'm gonna move on. Thank you for that, Kusanagi. Face to face, what are your thoughts? What are your top four? What do you think? Who do you think will take the top five?
This is tough one. Who do I think will take the top four? I really
Who do you
don't
think,
know.
or who do you want? Either or.
I guess I want the brand new Defender, since that's in the game, since I do have that.
I don't think that might have won one time, or top four one time, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say, But I mean,
How
it's
about-
top four. That's rough though, because I really don't have that many. I really don't have a top four ships.
Top
to be
four
honest.
favorite ship. Yeah, no problem. I get it.
don't. Yeah, so all I basically can tell you right now, because the MSR has already won, so I was like,
It can win
I can't
again.
really say that one.
Not a stop
can.
it, but I know what you mean.
Oh, so there's a ninja
Yeah.
playing MPUVT, so that's a good idea.
MPVT, oh yeah. How about you, Pops? Any prediction?
I don't recall bikes being in there. Have bikes been in there before?
Not really, but it's always the first time.
They have been. The Dragonfly's been in.
happened.
Yes.
Okay.
They haven't been in the top four though, right?
Not in the top four, but
Yeah, it's
they've
been in
they've
there,
been
but no top
nominated.
four.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
nominated.
Dragon.
So I'll say the Pulse, the NERSA. I don't know. 4? Wow. I don't know.
I mean,
4.
if you only have two, that's fine. I was just
Well,
told
the MP, the new cargo
the
ship.
new MPV, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3. I don't know what my fourth
And you
would
think
be.
the NERSA will win the top base?
I probably
Citizen
would
Ninja
like,
says
I would
C1.
probably like that one to win, because the Pulse has quite a few paints. I don't know if the NERSA does. So that would be cool as far as getting a paint job for.
How about you, Jade?
All right, I'm gonna give you the top 4 I think will be, and then the top 4 I wish would be. So the top 4 I think it will be. There won't be any big ships this year that make the top 4. This will be the revenge of the small ships, and I do think it's gonna be the C1 that comes out on top, because there's always every year there's a meme ship and there's a meta ship that make the top 4. So the meta ship would be like the C1, and I'll say the F8 Lightning will fit in that meta ship category. And then it's going to be one of either the Saber Firebird or the F7A. And then the NERSA will be the meme of this year. Mark my words.
No, hey, I doubted you before, and I learned my lesson.
Right?
No, not this time.
I got my
yeah.
finger on the pulse of the memosphere, so yeah.
Yeah, so top 4 for me, probably C1, Citizen Ninja, I agree. I want the FHC to win, but we probably won't. The F7A probably be in there somewhere. Yeah, but yeah, the NERSA, I learned better than to disagree. I think the NERSA is going to be the number 1 this year. But
Yeah,
we
no,
shall
no.
see.
The ones
need to
I
see the
want
bracket.
to win, the 890 jump because it has no paints, the 85X because it has no paints, the Terrapin because it has no paints. Every ship that has no paints, why not throw the Gladiator in?
Ugh.
Oh, God. Yeah, the 85X, I cannot see winning. The Gladiator, unless they come out with a new gold standard, I cannot see that winning. But we shall see. All right, but yeah, in just 1 week we can start campaigning, and then voting comes a little bit after that. But you don't start voting next week, I don't think. But that's when the campaign starts. So expect plenty of memes from next week on. All right, so up next we have. Oh yeah, this is the volunteer application for CitizenCon. This is a new update from Nico. They say, hey, they'll be sending out emails before July, almost there. People, and the reason why people keep asking because they want to make their plans. They want to know if they can travel to CitizenCon for free. Because if you're volunteer, you basically get to attend for free. But they don't pay for travel or anything like that. But people want to know because they want to finalize their plan. So I think people are getting a little impatient to that. But next week maybe. Yeah, next week. Hopefully they'll have an announcement for volunteer. Okay. I'm clarity on jump point. Hey Jade.
Yes.
Would you do me a favor?
Would you like me to read this?
Yes, please.
Sure, certainly. So, there have been, questions about jump points, and they replied, "Hi there. Jump points are a big feature. There is a lot going on in the design, more than could be communicated in one ISC. So there's some bits of info that I realized afterwards that we managed to gloss over, and some of these seem to have caused a lot of speculation/controversies. So I'd like to attempt to rectify some of those and clarify some others. Transient jump points do not have or use ATCs. Transient jump points are free for all experiences. You align, tune, and then activate the jump point and then are pulled in. As you can see from transient jump points, the inclusion of ATC in the permanent jump points flow is not a technical requirement needed for transitioning players between systems or anything like that. They are part of the flow solely for gameplay purposes. The ATC exists here for fairness to all jumpers, a fairness intentionally omitted in the transient flow. The permanent jump points will likely be busy, high volume routes. We don't want slower ships getting trumped to the jump by faster ships all the time. We also want to make sure we protect those ships who have waited and determined who is at fault for doing something obstructive. ATC will help us do this. Additionally, the ATC exists to imply and actually impose some level of decision making on those who choose to skirt the law or play outright criminally. Those players may instead choose or have to seek out transient jump points to make their journeys in order to avoid this extra scrutiny. I also want to clarify how ATC also makes sense as part of a bigger picture. Think of permanent jump points as known controlled border checkpoints between systems. If you were the UE authority in charge of protecting a system like Stanton from lawless systems that you'd border with, like Pyro, would you operate in open borders with them? I don't think you would. You'd find a way to control it. In this sense, ATC is being used as a gatekeeper. How does it do that? I see you all asking. If ATC hasn't granted you permission to jump yet, then by default, they actively jam jump drives from tuning. Once you have permission to jump, they selectively choose to stop jamming your jump drive, which then lets you tune and jump. Simple. Edit. I need to clarify this statement about shooting of the jump point as the way I have worded this before was incorrect of the facts. There is no error in the footage in the ISC episode, and what you see is not a gun shooting the jump point to activate it. This is the VFX we have at the moment in time for the activation step, and what you see is how it functions in the game at this moment in time. After activation, the ripple wave completes across the ship, and then launches as a projectile from the front of the ship. At no point do we show the projectile coming from a gun. It didn't happen. We haven't added combat to opening a jump point. That there are guns incidentally located at the front of the ship that was used is unfortunate. There are guns on a fair number of vehicles. Yeah, there are. In hindsight, we could have used a different ship with less weaponry, and we'll note that for any revisitation, but it doesn't change that we do not show the projectile coming from a gun. We show it working exactly how we were able to get it to work on a Vanguard at this moment in time. Thanks for reading. Edward Fuller, Senior Principal System Designer.
Yeah, thank you for that. Now, as a follow-up, just Orlando posted in the same thread. Basically, it's saying what the ad was about. Hello, hi all there, Jared here. The footage showed that this is a physical shot from the gun, but maybe wrong, but it wanted to be pictured like that. So yeah, unfortunately, while this isn't what the footage showed, because as Ed says, this simply isn't how it works. I can see how the choice of vehicle and camera angle combined with terminology of primary burst instead of activate or emit caused the misperception in many folks. At present, the burst emits from the field being generated at the foremost part of the vehicle. That the gun there on the Vanguard is incidental. This is how it looks at present on the Vanguard. So we'll make a note of any future revisitation. So yeah, any thoughts about this? This is I followed from last week. I see, obviously.
It's just good for them to finally, like, talk back to their marketing people, you know, what they're showing us on, like, video, and be like, oh, wait a minute, that's not what we actually intend to do. When, you know, you look at, you know, us having 1,000 lives in a NERSA, people still have questions over that.
Region was always part of the plan, Admiral.
Hmm.
I'm supposed to have like 52 different body parts by then.
Anyone else?
I'm glad to
Alright.
see how the way they did
Oh, go
jump
ahead.
points, though. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm just glad to see how the way they did jump points, you know, and everything. Yeah, I was curious on how the way they were going to do it as far as the traffic, but when I heard them explain it from the ISC, it makes sense.
Yeah, I appreciate this clarification. I was a little. I don't think I was confused because it didn't look like it was firing from the main gun, but I figured it was something. It was coming from the quantum mod or quantum module itself rather than the main gun. But yeah, I'm glad, happy for the clarification. But as for this line right here, if you were the UE authority in charge of protecting system expansion from a lawless system that you know border with like peril, would you operate in open borders with them? You know what I would do? I would.
I know what's coming.
I don't need to make the joke, then. I don't need to make the joke.
The question is, would you make Xenothreat pay for it? That's the big question.
I was going to say Pyro. I was going to make Pyro pay for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they
the
run
whole system.
Yeah.
All right. So up next, definition of an unowned vehicle. I think we covered this a little bit last week, but hopefully from TIG, I wanted to clarify. Hey y'all, these should have been separate statements, and you'll try to explain further. It is no longer illegal to damage, destroy, tow, scrape, or structurally salvage an unknown vehicle. Unknown vehicles are the ones which players have claimed as a replacement via the ASOP or AI ship, which no longer have pilot. It is no longer illegal to damage, destroy, tow, scrape, or structurally salvage them anywhere, including armistice zones. However, having checked the details given via scanning, they can no longer see a way to determine if a ship is owned or not. They have reported this bug as it did used to display the owner. Please let them know if they're missing anything. Excuse me, sorry about that. Thankfully, you do not instantly receive a crime stat for towing, as you get a warning first, which allows you to fly without repercussion. Sorry about that. It is no longer illegal to tow ships outside of green zone. Green zones are armistice zones, basically. It is illegal to tow an own ship in armistice zone, although they are hoping to increase the grace period giving a crime stat is awarded so that players can move a ship in short distances to remove obstruction. It is now legal to tow own vehicles outside the armistice zone, so remember to leave your shields up. These are a few quick fixes to try and ease the issue of abandoned ships clogging up location, but other methods are being discussed. One major part is missing, other than the ability to tell an unowned ship from an owned ship, is that the unowned ship's shields remain up. They would like to change it so the moment the ship is unknown, it's powered down to further ease disposal. Oh, that sounds good. But yeah, any people have thoughts about this?
The only thing I thought of about towing unowned ships, if you could get them and repair them and claim them as your own ship, I kind of thought that would be kind of cool, you know.
I would hope so, and eventually, because that's really what it should be like.
And I mean, also you could, even if, what's our friend's name? Wicked Wookie. I mean, you
Right.
could, have a used car lot or something like that. Ship lot, but
That's actually a good idea, though. You didn't think about it like that.
I
Yeah.
thought about that. I was like,
Go out there and start selling ships like that to players.
yeah.
I think once the game goes live, though, you won't have all of that around. Because at that point, because I know that was something that was used as an exploit or whatever it was. But I'm just saying, though, but that'd be cool, though. That is a great idea, though, Dad. I didn't think about that.
I mean, because what's the big ship that we're supposed to be able to either salvage it or repair it?
Oh, the reclaimer?
No.
I'm talking about the Bengal.
No,
The Bengal.
I thought the Crucible.
Oh, the Bengal, yeah. Or the Retribution.
Was it the
I
it's
doubt
one
it.
of
No,
those
the
big ships.
Retribution is the Bengal.
No, the Retribution is too big. The Bengal,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's way
Bengal.
big.
It's the Bengal.
Listen,
Okay.
I'd sell a location if I found a Retribution. I would not try to repair that.
I mean, you could try. It'll just take you a while. And some of the people may try to steal it from you while you're doing it. Or maybe
By
they
the
would
time
wait for you to finish and then steal it.
By the time you do all of that, I might as well just sell you the location.
Hey, Flair, welcome to the stream.
Hey,
How are you
Flair.
doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Do you have any thoughts about this, or are you just coming in chat in general?
I'm just coming in here to chill.
Okay,
But I mean,
cool.
I think the new changes are cool. I don't know.
I
So
mean,
again, like it doesn't change a lot you have to keep your shields up, and if people turn off their ship, then people can just take it and you can claim your ship. But then again, the white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only, and there really is no stopping in the red zone.
no, okay. I was gonna say, they should have people tow the ship and make the owner pay for it somehow. But there are a couple of more dev replies, an update on this. For 324, the grace period, you have to move own ship with shield down within the armistice zone is now 10 seconds, up from 4. And they've also added a visual timer on the warning because they found the warning doesn't appear for 2 seconds. They bugged this. Towing an own ship within armistice zone used to immediately trigger global hostility, causing station guards and law enforcement to fire on the towing ship, even though they haven't yet broken the law due to the grace period. For 324, they've changed this so that it's only general personal hostility between the towing player and the owner of the towing ship and their party members. This allows players to test, quote unquote, whether a ship is owned or not without disastrous repercussion while scanning remains broken. And by test, quote unquote, they mean try towing. Get the warning and disable the tow before the warning timer runs out. Sadly, they've also discovered a nasty bug that renders a lot of these improvements mute In the majority of cases, ship ownership is not relinquished until the ship is streamed out and in again. So if you claim an existing ship, the old one will technically remain yours, in all but trespass rights. If anyone were to destroy it, for instance, they would get the right to press charges. This is until it restreams, when the ship will be removed, but it is rare ships stream out in high traffic areas. This has been bugged, and they'll push on it all they can. They have one more reply. I say, yes, there's a cooldown on it, but it's currently recoup a single second of grace period, but you must wait 80 seconds. That's in regard to trying to tow a ship and then turn it off. There's a cooldown. So yeah, any further thoughts? I think these make sense to me. As long as they get the bug fixes, but go ahead.
I have a thought. So yeah, this will be much better when the power plant is drawing from fuel, right? So if somebody abandons their ship and it's been there for hours, they've basically left their ship on. The shields, if they've left them on, would be consuming fuel. And then eventually, when you run out of fuel, no more shields. So now that ship is, it's now abandoned. So I think, because right now, if people leave their shields on and just leave the ship, it's going to persist. And, if it's in a place where there's always people, it's going to be there. So yeah, this will be much more interesting when those shields eventually come down over time.
And like a double D battery that lasts forever, the shield, the energy. So yeah, it's hard to run out. All right, so up next we have that was for the definition of an unknown vehicle. Up next we have, this came out 3 hours ago. Well, yeah, 3 hours ago now, 1 hour ago for me. Evocati PTU, started in Alpha 324 PTU patch note. Basically, this is a patch released to Evocati. It's now available to test. People were talking about it before the show, saying that this version may be a good version for Wave 1, but we shall see about that. They built in long-term persistent data, so items such as med pens, ammo, rentals, and refinery jobs are lost. Talk about the server channel, the US only, long-term persistent. The LTP will be reset for today's PTU release, and starting AUEC is 15 million. Still talking about NDA. You're able to talk about it, but you're not able to stream or take screenshots of it or audio. We want you to log out and log back in, and for it to come through the Evocati environment there, and stuff like that. So they got the testing feedback focus, personal and instance hangar, freight elevator, storage access, hangar decoration, cargo hauling mission. Not ready for testing and feedback, cargo commodity rebalance, and the dynamic event blockade runner. So yeah, Jade, I know you haven't been able to mess with this because you've been away. You've been glamping, as you said.
Yes.
Anyway, Flail, are you in the Evocati?
Yeah, I'm in it right now.
Oh, so what are your thoughts so far?
I mean, definitely it got it more stable. I think they fixed the really crazy audio bug because it was horrible. There was somebody next to me just now, and I didn't persist into their hangar, or we shared the same hangar, so it looks stable so far. I mean, we shall see if it will go into Wave 1. I don't know.
Do you still hear other people raising the elevator if you're in your hangar?
Only mine right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not hear other people's.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but again, take that with a grain of salt because you never know, right? It could just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah, no, it's really bad.
So basically, what happened was anyone who'd raise the elevator, you would hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, just and
it's very loud. Let's put it that way.
It's so
wait, Flo, do that again.
Just it's literally every second. It's crazy.
Wow. Okay, but yeah, features in gameplay, AI, new light amplification optics added to specific NPC loadout throughout the PDU persistent universe. Gameplay, launch system, towing update, made towing hostility only hostile to the owner of the ship, added a countdown to the warning for towing, ships and vehicles, slightly reduced acceleration and speed on Amber Hornet series ship. Those things are slow already. They're slowing down even more. Dang. Anyway, I'll talk about a bunch of bug fixes and technical. Fix 1 client class and fix 5 server classes. So yes, this came out today. So I always put Jade on the spot there, so I'm not gonna do it this time. But Flare, when do you think this will be ready to release to live?
Oh.
Well, you both have similar reaction whenever I ask that question.
Oh man. Mid-August.
Mid-August. So okay, so a week or two after Jade, basically.
That's my. I could
It's
be wrong.
1 week. 1 week, because I said second week of August.
Oh,
So,
right.
Yeah.
So we're close. We're close to your like our.
Yeah, we're pretty
Okay.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
But your earliest guess is within a week, though.
It's hard. It's hard to say because we're still in Evo, and I don't know how Wave 1's gonna look because it
More
could bring
people.
up more issues. Yeah, more
Right.
people, more hanger issues. We don't know.
Yeah, there's no way
Can
of
you
knowing.
imagine if they released Wave 1 with that audio issue?
Oh my god! No, fastcart, you don't understand. It's really bad.
I'm just saying. Can you imagine?
Oh man! What's even
General
worse?
meltdown.
What's even worse is if you call the elevator back from your hangar back to the spaceport, you could like glitch into other people's like it overlaps
Oh,
even.
really?
Yeah, the audio starts to be so staticky, and then like the frames just drop to like 10. It's crazy.
Mm. All right. Well, thanks for that update, and we shall see you. Keep it update. Keep a lookout for when Wave 1 starts and when it released to live. Up next, we have.
What was that
Oh
fast
yes.
card?
What was that?
I'll just go back 1 second. I just wanted the second paragraph there. I just want to say that they want us to please monitor the elf testing chat and Spectrum, and I'm just it's interesting route they're going with. But I'm a fan of Arwen and Legolas, so it'd be interesting to see.
Okay. But speaking of Evocati, we got their 323 Test Universe Champion. This came out today, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I had said that I didn't recognize any name, but Captain Stewart's pointed out there is a name in here that some people may recognize. But I just want to go through this real quick. 323 Test Universe Champion. Before any updates start, Citizen hits live servers, it undergoes the rigorous testing phases on the public test universe, or PT for short. The most egregious of bugs and issues are smashed throughout these phases, thanks to the hard work. The following immense effort put into bringing Alpha 23 eventually back into life from them internally, as well as through amazing testers such as yourself. They wanted to thank every one of us for our help over the last few months. While they have a robust incentivization program planned down the road, in the short term, they wanted to draw a special spotlight to some of their top testing contributors with reward to boot. And they will plan to continue this initiative for future patches with new categories each cycle. Whether you put in the most time, there's best report, or took out as many pirates as they could. The players listed below rose to the top, and absolute champions of the PTU. Please join us in congratulating them, going the extra mile to bring the verse to life. Thank you. So first we got the Elite FPS Commander. These players participated in the Winning Commander FPS mode, game modes, and achieved the most amount of kills and received the Anvil Valkyrie. So you got Spiller 2800, Medical, and Swahir Shira. I butchered that one, so sorry about that. But yeah, those are the Elite FPS Commanders. Then we got the Smooth Operators. These players achieved the most victories in ship combat during operator mode testing and will receive the Spear Talon Strike. You got McStuffer 117, Artivast 80, and Trophy 55. And then we have Here's the Good Health. These players had the most amount of healing received throughout PTU phases on the Med Gun and received the Crusader C1 Spirit, Eden Tech Corp, StarWalker 2000, and General Tragedy. Is Vulcan, not Volcant. Okay, CIG. That's but like that totally zeroed right there. These players explored the most locations in the verse while using Vulcan renderer and will receive an Alpura Centaur guide. This is Kaisal, Insha, and Violet. Dang. Okay. But congratulations so far. And continuing on, the launch windows are all clear. These players successfully updated the game the most during 2.0 launch beta testing and will receive a Aegis Firebird. So congratulations to them. That's Hui, Riker, and Marcus T5.
What does that mean?
What do you
I
mean?
don't understand what they updated the game. What does that mean?
They tested the beta launcher basically. And they wanted to make sure the launcher was working. Basically, what they're saying, I believe. Up next, we had to praise the players. These players most closely matched the severity rating of the issue council report contribution to the eventual community severity, and will receive a brand new defender that is Vodas, Adristurian, and Ken's 84. Source Forces. These players had the most issue council contributions to fix issues and had comments and evidence and received a mixed feelings of match. This is Morlock, Toby, and Trollen. Congratulations to them. Excuse me, sorry about that. Up next we have the refreshment. These players most consistently updated the issue council contribution to receive an Origin 350R. So that's it. I did was have the picture above it. But this is Sergio, Ikahaimo, and Dark Knight Rush. I'm guessing that's Dark Knight Russian. That's not Dark Knight 75, so that's different from our Dark Knight, I'm guessing. Yeah. Issue council confirmed. These players had the highest amount of ratio of issues that they created and were confirmed by the community and received a Crusader Mercury Star Winner. Oh, they called it a Star Winner. The winners were Timken Borger, Space Hog, and Handicraft the Builder. That's a great name. And last but not least, they have Duplication Nation. These players most accurately labeled the issue council report as duplicate and received a Drake Cutlass Blue, Cold Gook, Quattro, I'm just gonna take Quattro, the Omen OG. Hold on a sec. Oh, so I missed one. I'm going back up real quick. Congratulations to the winners. So this one is different from the screenshot that we had. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened. So Captain Sears one, it's just still there. I'm not sure why it changed, but yeah, they're different from the screenshot that you took.
Really?
Yeah, because in the screenshot in Discord, Captain Sears one was asking whether or not Mr. Nimbus is colossal. But we see Senatobi, Morlock, and Trollen, but we don't see Mr. Nimbus in there anymore.
Well, no, it's not Mr. Nimbus, it's Captain Nimbus.
Oh, Captain Nimbus? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. My bad. So yeah, I guess that's not other than that, there was no other name other than Dark Knight, but that's a different Dark Knight that we recognize. So Jade, Flower, what happened here?
Well, what do you mean?
Why are your names in here?
Oh, I don't think I am ever up for this because because if I was gonna win it ever, it would have been during the Evocati test period for the character customizer. So I think they probably just look and say, she's got every ship almost. Why are we giving her another one? Give it to somebody else. And you know what? I agree with that. If that's the determination they made, give it to somebody less fortunate.
And Flower, what's your excuse?
Laziness.
Laziness? Okay, that's
not really. Just pretty busy. I mean, I am in Evo, and I do like help test some stuff. Like I get them when I can, but not like hardcore, you know.
I'm just fun. The captain sure is fun. Yeah, that was a Jade flex, obviously. Yeah, very good, Jade. Yeah, but that was the 323 Test Universe Champion. Congratulations again. Up next, yeah, I think it's time for a commercial break. Before we continue, so I'm just going to start the commercial break. Humble flex, okay. Yeah, okay. And we're waiting for that to start. Yeah, it has started. So thank you all for helping us to put the show together. Thank you everybody for joining me here today. And especially thank you for the subscribers and the followers. And I forgot to mention we're close to 3,000 subscribers. I'm sorry, 3,000 followers. I wish we had 3,000 subscribers, but no, we're close to 3,000 followers. If you'd like to hit that follow button to support us and help us get closer to that milestone before the end of July, we appreciate it. So thank you for that.
Are we doing a prize for that?
Not until you said something, Jade. What do you
No,
want to
I'm
give
just
people? No, I'm
kidding. I'm
kidding.
just curious. I don't know. I'd have to,
we
I'd
haven't
have to
talked
look
about
through
it.
my hanger. I'd have to look
We haven't
through my
talked about it.
Okay.
We're about to finish
but
up an
yeah.
ad break, FYI.
What was that?
We're about to finish up an ad break, FYI.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah. Thank you. And the ad has ended. So again, thank you all for supporting us. And also, if you haven't hit that follow button, please hit that follow button because we're all close to a milestone of 3,000 followers. All right then. So up next we have, yes, the SRV. We were talking about this a bit ago. The SRV, please fix it before 324 drop. Yes, an Argo SRV has a quantum drive and a jump drive. Can the Argo tow a ship in quantum travel? Can the Argo use a jump point while towing another ship? And it's supposed to. So Nico's responded, the plan is for the SRV towing quantum remains unchanged, and they're actually tracking the bug. They will keep us updated as soon as they have more information. Cheers. So yeah, they're trying to fix the SRV before 324 drop. I think yeah. So yet another bug, Spectrum Spectrum. I can't unblock messages from users they block. A developer from Turbulent, I'm not even going to pronounce, try to, they got Sky, so I'm just going to say Sky at the end. Technical upgrades call these bugs unfortunately, but they're hard at work to fix them as soon as possible. And this was posted today, in fact, so yeah.
For me, that's a feature, not a bug.
Right? Not being able to unblock someone that you block, yeah, that's a feature, in my opinion. Because once you go on my block list, you don't come off, in my opinion, from me. All right. Anyone have comments or anything that I glanced over so far? No, I didn't think so. I just thought of that. All right then. Oh yeah. So we have a couple of game support update. And, you know, this one says that it was updated a year ago, but it came up in our bot in Discord, so I'm just gonna I put it in here. But we claim a pledge. I didn't see anything different in here, but you know, it's always good to refresh your memory in case you might have forgotten something about reclaiming. But you do have buyback pledges, and you do have a token. If you're a concierge, you have 2 tokens that you can use, and with that token, you can use RSI credit. If you're not concierge, you only have 1 token, but you can still use RSI credit to buy back. Otherwise, you have to pay using real cash. And yes, I didn't notice before because they changed it recently. Not recently, but I think back in November. It used to be that whenever you got a subscriber discount coupon, you could not use it for a buyback item, but now you can. So that's pretty good. All right, and then you had the pledge buyback tool. This was upgraded 9 hours ago. We'll probably further into that now because it's been a few hours since I refreshed. I'm not sure what's different in it, but check it out. Maybe there's something different. Talk about the TCU changes, upgrade TCUs, where the ship values have changed drastically to place them above the upgrade values. You can't buy that back. I had like a whole D and an M2 TCU, but I can't use that anymore because the whole D is more expensive than an M2 now. So they took that out. You always get a warning during the reclaim process to let you know it's permanent. Talk about store, using store credit buyback token. It comes back in January, April, July, and October. To buyback token is available. You have a buyback queue and yellow notification. Yeah, mine says 2, or you have 1 if you're not concierge. Upgrade take may change. Because this is still development, and like stuff like the Freelancer, stuff like the Hornet, got more expensive. I'm expecting like one day maybe the Cutlass series may change, but we'll see about that. Something like the Bandy Measurement will go up. Something like the Endeavor will eventually go up. I think Endeavor is probably the best buy, in my opinion. Stuff like that. If you want to play a C2 game, those are some recommendations from me. But do it at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So yeah. Discount pledges from promotion and sales, stuff like that. So check that out if you want more information. Excuse me. And last but not least, currencies of Star Citizen, UEC, AUC, REC, and Store Credit. This is updated a day ago, but gives you just a summary of what the difference between the different currencies that we have in game and outside the game. So yeah. And I'm not sure what was updated, but just give you an update. So yeah. Anyone have any comments about these or anything like you might have a question about? Okay, doke. All right. But I did want to bring up this. This is the game packages section of the on-site website. They still have the Foundation Festival ships available for Warbond, and they come with a bunch of UEC. So you get starting money 15,000 UEC. So that's a lot of money. Because we were talking about a few weeks ago how they had a Cutlass Black, and they only have 1,000 UEC available. So I think that's a good buy if you want some more starting money. And I think as soon as you buy it, that goes into your account, and it goes into AVP2 on the next wipe, I guess. Also, I wanted to point out something. Oh, they have a couple of other. Got the Cutter Foundation Festival package and the Nomad Foundation package. So yeah. Oh yeah, no. The one also wanted to say, I discussed this on Soul Voices a couple of weeks ago. But you know how the packages have different hangars in them. So like this had the VFD hanger. What's special about these hangers, especially for like Cutlass Black, if you have a certain hanger, the certain hangers have tiers, and if you have like a VFD hanger, you get all 4 hangers. You get the VFD hanger, you get the Rubber New York hanger, you get the LV hanger, and you get the Southland. If you have a ship that only have the Southland hanger, you only get that hanger inside. You have a ship with a LV hanger, you get the LV and the Southland. You have a ship with the Rubber New York hanger, you get all the hangers except for the VFD hanger. So I wanted to bring that to people's attention. Also, if you get a ship, the standalone ship, but outside of a package, you still got the hanger access. But if you upgrade those ships, you might lose that hanger unless you have another package or a ship with the same hanger instead. So, like, if you upgrade from a Cutlass Black to a different ship that's not a Cutlass, you may lose access to a VFD hanger or access to all the other hangers. If you're not careful with what you upgrade to, if you only have one package or a ship. So just letting y'all know. Hopefully, I explained that correctly. All right then. So, am I the only one who like specific hangers, or like do people like the Southland, or I really love the Rubber New York.
Yeah, Revel in York, and we don't have it in the game.
No,
Yeah.
I think persistent hangars is like the first like step towards those custom hangars, you know, where we can actually own our own. Like we pick our home location and then we'll have them, like the Yorkville and the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because, like, as far as I know, we have the Southland and the Airview, right? And the Airview will be on Orson and New Babbage, and the Southland will be on Lorville and Arcourt. Excuse me.
Yep.
So, but I expect, like, either Orson or the or New Babbage will get the road in New York one day.
I mean, Revel in York seems like it would be more of a New Babbage thing. Just because if you look at the design of New Babbage, like it fits that more than it would fit, Orson, I think.
Yeah, but, people in chat are saying are Rebel in New York fans like me and you, so yeah, Rebel in New York is where it's at. Terror, yeah, definitely Terror with Rebel in New York.
We might have a long wait.
Yeah, I'm also just thinking like how they would do it, because like if the Revel in New York would fit for Orison, but like the person doesn't want to go to Orison, they want to go to L'Oreal, for example, but they bought the ship that will contain that hangar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I feel like they might go that route just because they purchased the ship to contain that hangar, and it'll be like weird if it was location specific. But I mean, you're not wrong though. The Yorkville will definitely fit with Orison. It'll look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. Well, up next we have Quantum Battle Advanced Style. Jade, I did not put this in the notes.
I'm like,
came out today.
You're going
Yeah,
off the script.
Yeah, this came out a few hours ago. So this is one of the things that came out after I posted. So, Quantum Battle Advanced Style. Are they planning to have fights in quantum fight mode but only ballistic PDCs and torpedoes working? So no shields or other energy-based weapons like lasers. That way you could combine the World War II and space battles while in SCM mode in fight like the Expanse. Yogi Clad responded, actual combat will only happen in SCM. At some point we will work to a bit more in trapping mechanics, etc., but it's not planned to go into high-speed combat like they had in the past. So that's an update from Yogi Clad. I'll put that in the chat for y'all. Oh yeah, Quantum Battle Advanced Style. And they want an update on mass mode atmospheric flight. Yogi Clad responded, what you call mass modes and atmospheric flight is actually just control surfaces tech that is showed during CitizenCon. If you watch the demonstration on flight, you get a rough idea of what they're aiming for. The plans have not changed. However, they don't have any news on it yet. There has been some work on it, but it's definitely not ready for the PU yet. So let me put that link in chat, people. Talk about basically the surface for water and stuff like that.
My response is, what do you call atmospheric flight in space? Master modes.
Basically, yeah. Thank you. Joker Collect also responded, we're not moving away from control surfaces. B24 Admiral tuning is just the legacy system, though. If you find it too forgiving, then maybe put that into feedback session. So, yeah. Master modes and the control surface protect. So, yeah. All right. Oops. Wrong tab. Wrong window. I think they had too much cargo. We're almost at ISC. But I thought this was cute. Let me click on this so people can get a bigger idea. Whoa. So yeah, content may juggle. Content may shift during flight. Pretty sure that was all neat and put in but when they started. But yeah, that's how it ended up.
I want to see somebody. Sorry, I want to see somebody make a video showing them actually flying with all this and getting to their destination without exploding.
I was gonna say the problem with that is that they probably will be killed by all the stuff while recording, wouldn't they?
There's no point on posting an image. You can't
This
do
is
anything
before
with
and
that.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, to put a before picture and did an after picture, I think that was a surprise, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But for respond, is there such a thing as too much cargo? They themselves always operate the model. If it fits, it's fit. Having said that, that looked like it was a respectable haul. And my question, real quick, like people who are into the repo career, you know, I'm talking to right there. The repo career. Have this changed your mind at all about putting too much over stuff in your cargo?
Putting too much stuff in your cargo?
Overstuffing, yeah.
As far as would it affect repoing?
I mean, you know that the danger to your ship exploding or stuff getting damaged during flight. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that part. Like, but what would that have to do with repoing, though?
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
You know, because I'm repoing your ship. If your ship has a bunch of stuff in it, then what does that matter to me? I mean,
dang, you're gonna take all my stuff. I gotta make sure I keep the shields on when you're around.
So I mean, if you don't pay that note, you gonna.
I'm definitely paying my bill.
There you go.
This is from the same thread from Freya. They were asked, on a side note, are you looking forward to unloading to the freight elevator? And Freya responded, you know what? They really are. Also, can't wait to see what creative endeavors they can pursue with the help of freight elevators. So, yeah. A lot of people are looking forward to the freight elevator. Speaking of that freight elevator, up to our ISC. And this week's ISC is called Star Citizen Alpha 234 Hangars and Freight. So this is 13 minutes long. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get started. I think we're going to go through the whole thing and just come at the end. So let's start.
Alpha 324 is currently in testing, awaiting its release to hungry players like you. And while ISC is moving onward to covering the ongoing development of the upcoming Alpha 4.0 after that, we thought we'd take one last chance to check in with the cargo guru himself, Chad McKinney, and get one last look at how personal persistent hangars, freight elevators, and cargo loading is working. This is Inside Star Citizen, Alpha 324, Hangars and Freight. Let's go.
The first thing, obviously, you spawn into the hub. You can go out into the main section down at the bottom, depending on the station that you're in, meet up with your friends, make sure you're in a party together. At that point, you have lots of options available to you. You can either go to an item bank if you want to grab some smaller items, which there are numerous throughout the station, including actually in the hub that you're just in. The item bank is used to allow players to get smaller items, mainly like FPS style items, without having to go all the way down to a hangar to use the freight elevator kiosk to pull it up from the freight elevator. That's especially useful for things like handguns or undersuits and armor, metapins, food, stuff that you just want to quickly get on your person, and you don't have to wait for like a huge platform to come up in order to grab it. The inventory that the item bank accesses is the same location inventory that the freight elevator accesses. So in fact, you can do things like put something into your location inventory via the item bank, and then later on decide you want to get it back while you're in your hangar. And you can do that via the freight elevator kiosk or any of the other item banks that are in the hangars.
And while you and your group members are certainly welcome in your new personal persistent hangar, questions still abound about what happens when an unwelcome guest sneaks in.
If someone gets into your hangar, there is a trespassing timer that will start ticking. After like 30 seconds or so, they're going to get automatically kicked out. In addition, we have changed the rules in the hangar to make it allow the same kind of like non-armistice zone behavior that the ships do. So we are modifying it to where you can shoot people that even trespass inside your hangar and not get a infraction for it. At your home location, it will be your personal hangar, but if you go to a different place in the verse, then that hangar that was given to you is what we call a public hangar, but you're still the person that like has authority over it. So while you do, you have the same kind of rights.
In many ways, these new hangars are your first home ownership in the verse, with not only the ability to defend yourself against intruders without getting a crime stat, but also your first abilities to customize and decorate your space as you see fit.
The personal hangars are kind of the first real ownership in the world for the players. We've had ownership with the ships, which is great. You've been able to keep things inside them for some time now and, you know, kind of customize it that way. But this is the first kind of like home, the first place in the world that actually is yours. And it's allow you to store furniture, you can store boxes, cargo if you want to stockpile, and be kind of clever with trading. Anything that, you know, any flair, anything that you want that will help make it feel like home. But it's not the end. We have lots of plans for the future. You know, you've seen things with all the base building updates, and also we've talked in the past about things like persistent habs, etc. So there's more that's going to be coming along this vein, but the personal habs are the first big step of ownership in the world for players.
With armistice zones now removed from hangars, Persistence allows players to now set their most used items out for easy access before any launch. You can display your firearms, ship items, and more however you'd like. And in future releases beyond Alpha 324, this will include display cases for armor as well.
Basically, almost anything in your inventory you'll be able to pull up via either the item bank or the freight elevator, and then you can directly leave them around in your hangar. Now, you do have to be careful about, like, if you want to call up a ship, leaving things on the platform may block it, so that could cause issues. However, we did expand the size of the hangars in order to give you more space in there to do exactly this. So we want to make it both easier experience to get in and out of some of these hangars, as well as give you more space in order to decorate it and make it feel like your own place. In addition to all that, another change that we've made is we've reclassified many ships in the game that were previously attributed to small hangars, now to the medium-sized hangars, so that they are a more comfortable fit as far as landing. And then in addition to that, also to make it more reasonable for maybe the amount of cargo or the items that you're moving in.
The physicalizing of most items and the addition of freight elevators and new kiosks in Alpha 324 to work with them not only in your hangar but at mission locations throughout the verse means a fundamental shift in the manner and time it takes to load and offload your ship or vehicle.
For both manual and automatic loading, you're going to be doing something at the moment that's going to be some kind of commodity transfer. Whenever you go to the commodity terminal to do a transaction, you're presented with two different options. You can either deliver directly into your location inventory or pick a ship from a list that's at that location and have it automatically packed into that ship for you. If you decide to deliver it into the location inventory, you'll buy it. There's no restriction on what you buy. It'll just go directly into it. As long as you have capacity in the inventory and the money to pay for it, you can do it. At that point, it's up to you if you've bought it to get it onto your ship or to move it to wherever, or just sit on it. So you can just like hang out, wait until the prices look good, and then later on decide to move it to a different location. From there, if you decided to manually load it, you can load it onto the ship, call ATC, go to a different location in the game, land at a different location, go into the spaceport, and then access the same commodity terminal there, look at the prices, and make a determination about whether you want to sell anything on your ship. At that point, you can make what we call like a sell order. And this is basically like a declaration, kind of like a contract that says like, I will deliver these goods and you will give me this payment for it. When you've done that, at that point, you can go back to your hangar, move the goods off of the ship onto the freight elevator platform, use the freight elevator kiosk to put it down into the location inventory, you'll get a little screen that pops up that tells you, here's the sell order that you had, here's the price that we agreed to, you've now delivered everything, check, and then you get the payment that's delivered. And the reason why we do that is actually to remove a round trip. So this gives a way for players to kind of like skip a step in the flow and help make things a little bit more smooth. On the flip side, if you just want to deliver it into your location inventory at the new location, you can do it like that as well. And then once you're inside the spaceport, sell it from the location inventory instead, or just sit on it until another point in time. On the automatic side, whenever you go to buy the goods, the ship needs to be stowed at that location. At that point, the ship will be locked down, so you can't call it to fly it off while the loading's in process. You also have to pay a little bit more in order to fund the movement by the local services in order to actually move the cargo onto your ship for you. Once the timer has run out, you go down to the ASOP terminal. You can spawn your ship or retrieve the ship from the ASOP terminal, get in the ship. All the boxes should be there. You can fly off to another place and then do the inverse at a different location. The other thing is that you can mix and match these. So you can decide to manually load the boxes from your location inventory onto your ship, but then automatically unload them or vice versa. It's really up to you about how you want to do it. Like maybe you decide that you don't mind unpacking it because maybe it's a little bit easier once everything's already in there. Or you can decide that for certain sizes of shipments, like for a few small boxes, you don't mind moving it, but maybe for like a really big load in a C2 where there's like a lot of things going on, you'd rather just kind of, use the automatic loading service. Now, what we went out with before wasn't really our intended behavior, because what was missing was some granularity in the loading time determination based on the box size. It was always the plan, we just weren't able to get to it yet. So I know that there was some feedback that some of the loading times seemed to not make sense. This is the reason. The reason is that we didn't have the granularity in the system to scale the loading times based on the box size. And what that really means is that for smaller boxes per SCU, you're going to spend more time on smaller boxes. So if you have, let's say, a ship and you fill it up with 600 SCU, if those are like 1 SCU boxes, that's going to take a long time because that's a lot of boxes to move. But if we're talking 32 SCU boxes, that's a much more efficient moving pattern that has to be done by the loading services, so that's going to be quicker to load. And that'll help us tune the system to make sure that we're not overly punishing people with these incredible loading times. But we still want it to, be a reasonable amount of time for the higher loads for us to be able to tune the economy in a reasonable way. And also to make sure that manual loading is something that there is an incentive to do.
Of course, with these new kiosks and new ways to access your inventory, for those of you who have been building your possessions year after year, one question was destined to rise above all others.
Search is another one of these things that we always wanted to do. Now that we've been longer in development, trying to close out and finish off some of the bigger bugs, which has mainly been Hangar instancing related. We've also taken the opportunity to work on the quality of life improvement that we wanted to get in particular, which is search functionality in the freight elevator kiosk and the item bank. Now, this is going to be the first step. Where we're starting is it's going to be a name-based search on the items, but it won't, for example, search on description names or like color, things like that. And it will be a fuzzy search, which means that you will be able to search for substrings of names. So you can, for example, have helmet, and that'll actually pick up a lot of different items which actually have the word helmet in the name. Or you can look up helm and still get most of those same or all the same results, but maybe a few other things which also include that. So I'm really excited about it. This is something that I remember talking about implementing search forever ago when we first originally introduced the inventory and then also the player asset manager knickknacks. It's something that we needed backend support for to do properly in order for it to not overburden the backend. But we actually got support from the backend team, which did a great job getting this in for us. So I think this will be a really good feature for the players, and hopefully that makes them feel a little bit better about waiting a little bit longer on the patch.
All in all, the upcoming changes to cargo and the combination of physicalized inventory with personal persistent hangars means the upcoming Alpha 324 is the next major step forward towards players owning a place in the verse and configuring it however they'd like. And what else did we learn this week? The Armistice zones are being removed from player hangars, which will finally let you load up those gun racks on your ships. That the law system will let you stand your ground when someone invariably tries to sneak in and steal all of your stuff. And that storage access kiosks are for long-term storage. And that decorating your hangar with all of your items is the next step in eventually letting you grab your kit and go without the need for those inventory screens at all. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the people and process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next week.
And we are back. We're gonna mute this and restart. So yeah. I want to hear what people's thoughts, but I want to have a couple of questions while we talk about it. They said that they wanted an incentive to have manual loading be the thing people do versus automatic. Why do people think that is? And most of us probably know what that is, but some people who are watching may question that. And will you try to keep your hangar neat, or will it be cluttered like near the end of the video? So yeah, there was a couple of questions I wanted to ask. So yeah, Emma Kusanagi, what are your thoughts?
Well, first thing first, I mean, a lot of people look at salvage and they look at mining as comfortable, ways to kind of do Star Citizen, but kind of like, it's, a calming event. So I think some people in a way will look at, cargo hauling as having these intermittent times where they could just kind of like do cargo, and it's just, I'm not going to say it's mundane, but it's definitely repetitive a little bit. And then, but it's just, it's a simple thing to do, but it's part of a enterprise that helps you to gain money in the verse. I think this update is well needed. I think this is something that pushes the game further along, and I think for a lot of people doing cargo, they're either going to like it a lot more or they're not going to like it. But of course, they have the NPCs or eventually NPCs, but now like just the back end code doing the loading. So it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out initially, and then how it's going to develop into the future.
So will you try to keep your hangar neat, or will it be cluttered?
Well, I look around my room. It's I like to stay neat. Not necessarily what happens, but we'll see.
All right.
There'll be a neat area.
There'll be a neat area, like just a path for
that corner over there is immaculate, and then just walk towards that corner.
All right. Fish Face, how about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's to answer your question as to why we have to do things manually instead of it being automatic. Well, I look at it from a point of view that it creates a job, right? Like you have to think about, going forward where distribution centers and stuff like that, it creates a job for people to, have to come load up your ship or load up NPC ships or whatever it is, creates gameplay. The second part to your question is that will I keep it cluttered? It all depends on what mind state I'm in. It really does.
So how about this? If it's someplace like Louisville or Elkhart, maybe it'll be cluttered. If it's someplace like Austin or New Babbage, you keep it neat.
Well, I won't say that. I won't say environment. I can't narrow it down to environment. I'll say mind state, and as far as am I in a don't care mood right now, or am I in a okay, I got free time, let me kind of organize stuff and kind of just relax. while I'm
Okay.
listening to music or something like that. You know what I mean?
I really like the furniture that they have, and like the chairs and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Mhm. Now that's the thing that I need CIG to come on with. Bring out the furniture set.
Yeah. Flo, I see you're deafened, but I'm hoping you can hear me in Twitch chat, Twitch stream rather. Are you there? Give him a couple of seconds because I know there's a lag. Okay, I guess they're not here at the moment. Pops, how about you?
Oh wow, this is something I have to go in the game and experience myself and see exactly how it works. The inventory changing, I think it's great, and it's like more realistic than just standing in the hallway changing your clothes, like they said. Also, what Admiral Kusanagi said, this is big, especially for cargo people, especially people that go out and get their own. I'm wondering, is this including like when you refine something and you go and pick it up and you can take this back to your hangar also? I'm wondering, curious of I guess that would be included in
I mean, that's
doing that.
part of the gameplay. I'm not sure if it's specifically in this, but I know it's in like when you dock and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I'm curious, but it's something I'd have to go on game and see exactly how it works.
So will you keep your hangar neat?
Yep, definitely.
Definitely. Okay, no question. And Jade.
Yeah, so item banks, don't need them. I honestly feel like it doesn't really matter. You're still changing out in the hallway. It's just you have a magic screen instead of a magic bag of holding. But whatever. I mean, that's what we got.
You gotta admit, a magic screen is more science than a magic bag of holding.
No, it breaks immersion. Look, they're everywhere, right? If you had just one in your hab and one in your hangar, I feel that there's the immersion. But when you put them everywhere, you're literally negating the whole reason to have them in the first place. The whole idea was you can't get your stuff out of a magic bag of holding wherever you go, right? No, but you get them from a magic screen wherever you go. So to me, it's one of those CIG things of where they say, okay, this has to be physicalized, right? But I'm looking at it from the average gamer looking at this, and they go and see all these screens and be like, well, why didn't you just let us just access it from whatever, the ether, right?
I think the thing is, in my opinion, there's no teleportation. People teleportation, so they want to make it easy access because there is no teleportation in the game.
You're still teleporting stuff because
no, you're not teleporting yourself. You're not teleporting yourself,
right? But I'm saying you're not taking clothes out the drawer and putting them on. You're not taking a helmet out the drawer and putting it on. You're using this screen to interact with a UI, which in that case, the old system was actually more efficient. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Maybe this is an intermediary step to what we've seen at a certain CitizenCon demo where they took the lab jacket and put it on, and maybe that's their intended end game for this. But I'm not impressed by the whole magic screens of holding. It's just, to me, it's like when people complain about Beam Citizen. Okay, now we got magic screens. On the other hand, the hangars, I look forward to them adding to the, right now we have chairs and tables as hangar furniture. I look forward to the gun racks and armor cases, and I hope they give us closets or places to put regular clothes, because then my shop's going to be great. And okay. I will keep it neat.
Okay, you will keep it neat. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say it depends on where I am. I'll keep my home base neat and decorated, but other places, it'll start out neat, and it'll get cluttered along the way. So that's probably how it's going to be for me. What are you going to say?
I just wanted to mention something because Fist to Face made me think of it when he was saying gameplay for why move things physically. There's already at least one org that I know of because they just became TPR's newest sponsor called Happy Chimp Box Monkey Services, and that's what their gameplay is. You basically hire them to move your boxes faster than you would get it from doing it automatically.
Jade, you had me until you said monkey. I didn't
create their name. I didn't create the name. It's not my org.
Right. A couple of thoughts about me. Like I said, they wanted to make an incentive for manual loading versus automatic. Automatic will be less stressful on the automatic will be more stressful on the back end, I presume. So that's why they want people to make it more manual. And like Fist to Face said, it creates an opportunity for people to do stuff and maybe get paid to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, okay. So I wanted to ask people quickly. Let me go to this thing. 827. Skipping ahead real quick. Going backwards, really. Oh, that's not the right screen. 9.4. Hold on. One moment. So yeah, this part here. So they're going between the different times and stuff like that. So this one says 29K is the auto load for the price in USD, and it takes 21 minutes. That's for the one SCU, I believe, and then they changed it to no, I'm sorry. Well, they did change it. So I mean, like, do people think that that's the reasonable time? Let me go to 1011. That's the real one. It is 1 hour and 7 minutes. For the, I believe that's the 32 SU box. No, that's the one SU box, and then it goes to 32 minutes when they move to the 32 SU boxes. So yeah, are people okay with those times?
If I'm not okay with it, I'll find somebody that can beat that time for the same or less money.
Anyone have your thought?
32 minutes. I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, we just have to think about where the game's direction is going in. Again, that's what we kind of always knew that, or been said, that the game is going to be slowed down. From where it is.
Yeah, some people want to hop in and get the gameplay going and then hop out, but this is not that kind of game, unfortunately.
I get it. I understand that part. I mean, if it's not your flavor or your cup of tea, fortunately, that's what it's going to be.
I will say that
they do want it to have mainstream appeal, and if you ask most people, they don't want to spend 30 minutes putting boxes in a ship. So, yeah.
I'm sorry. I have been with this game since 2016. And that's one of the reasons I bought Time Citizen. I mean Star Citizen, to be able to spend countless hours loading boxes and putting guns in.
And this is a game for you, Kusanagi. I'm happy for you.
I'm looking forward to it. Yes, it's gonna be fantastic. Maybe we'll be able to roll socks too, and then place them individually in boxes. Wow.
As long as they give us choices, right? Like I always thought this game was you play it however you want to play it, right? So if you want your stuff loaded quicker than the automated thing there, you find somebody that they love loading boxes and you pay them. It's that simple.
For me, I suck at FPS. I suck at using the keyboard to control my character or using the mouse. So I'll probably be using the automatic for a while. So I'm gonna have to plan ahead and planning the extra cost for my profit. But yeah, I'll probably be using the automatic a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
I should probably reveal my bias. I use a gamepad, and that damn tractor beam has never, the rotation and all that has never worked properly on gamepad. So like, on an Xbox controller, loading boxes is brutal, right? So CIG fix that, please.
and
Okay,
Fitz, wait, you were gonna say
Fastcart.
something?
Yes. Why would you give your money to an NPC when you can give it to me?
Are you gonna be there at 4 o'clock in the morning? Hey, face to face. I need some help loading boxes. You up?
Well, it's interesting because but earlier this evening on Soul Citizens, the discussion was, how long do you think? What do you think the average would be for an NPC or the computer to load and unload these ships? And when you're talking about ships, we get up to we're talking the hull Ds and hull Es, and
Yeah,
it
you're
was
gonna
put
be
up
up
there
there.
like 3 hours potentially. So if I was going to do a hull D by myself using an MPUV, MPUVT, the tractor beam one, the thought of it being 3 hours long, because in some games, you wake up, you play the game a bit, you go log off, you get back up, you do the same thing again, and eventually you do your cargo mission. And then, and then the factor of the hull E was like a factor of 5, I think. And some people were saying, over my time limit, or what I thought. So like a small ship, maybe like a C2 could be, would 20 minutes. I thought 20 minutes for like NPCs to do it would be okay, but it all depends upon how many like computer controlled, drones will say how many you're going to get, at a station, and what the cost of that's going to be. Because they should be more efficient. But again, there's like how many, you're not going to get like 100 drones loading your ship up at once. It's not going to happen.
I think when you buy those type of ships, you have to take into consideration like having a crew with you to help you out. Because I cannot imagine doing it solo because it'll take forever.
Yeah, they weren't made for solo players.
No, right.
So.
I get that. But the question is, I don't think we can. I don't think we can do like a mixed thing where we have NPCs, or I should say, the AI loading, and while players are loading at the same time. So it's one or the other, probably in different locations. Like they showed us, it went down in the hangar, and then it was going to do its magic down there. It's Harry Potter, and then we have the ship to kind of go do what we want to do. But it all comes down to like what a station is going to have for availability, and then also one of the big things is, okay, if the NPCs are working a ship, well, there are other ships behind that ship waiting in line. Like you're not going to have 50 people saying, "Oh, we're all going to," like different ships saying, "Okay, we're all going to go right now." It's like, no, if I come after Jade and Jade's been loading her hull D up, well, my hull D or my hull E should have to get in line behind her. Unless, like, a certain station, some stations are big, some stations are whatever, small and medium, but there should be some type of line or some type of thing that might make it beneficial to say, you know what, the line for the NPCs is going to take me an hour just to get started, so I'm going to hire a crew to do it now.
When you're dealing with like, go ahead, Bubs.
No, I do have a question, Fleur. Okay, if I have a load that's 100 containers, can I split that where I would have it do 50 automatically and I do the other 50?
Yeah, they said that at the end of the video.
You can? Okay,
can't.
I didn't.
Wait. No, they said at the end of the video you can do it one way when you're loading, and the other way when you're offloading. But I don't know if you can. I mean, I'm sure you can do like. I'm sure you could set it to do 50 and then make another order and do it manually.
And do the other manual just in case it's like some type of time constraint issue. And I can't do the whole thing myself.
Right.
I'm just thinking about that. But I may not have enough money to pay to do the whole thing.
The whole thing automatic, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if you can.
Well, I mean, you can always open up a layaway plan, right?
Wait, load my ship plan.
I was gonna bring up another.
Worse.
I was gonna
I'm
bring up
sorry,
another.
yeah.
No. All good, all good. I was just I was gonna bring up another point because Admiral, you were there when we were chatting about it, about the load times.
Yeah.
You know, when you're loading a hull, like a big ship like the Hull E, you know,
Mhm.
with like full of cargo, and you know, like, you know, you need a crew to help you out, but at the same time, you also need to take in mind that, you know, you're going out there, and if you get, you know, you got to be careful about getting like pirated, like, you know, people can quantum snare you, and then, you know, you need security too, like you need people to help you out and cover you to get that transport going to a safer spot. Another thing, like I was thinking as well, you know, with the new quantum as well coming online, like, you know, routes have to be, I guess, you know, planned where you would start traveling to a planet, but you know there could be a quantum captures there, so you would have to, like, you know, cut off your quantum or like go under the planet and then go over. You know what I mean? Just kind of like play it like really safe, even if it takes long.
I get you.
Because if you spend an hour or 2 hours already loading all those SCU boxes and you're about to sell them, you know, it is the risk.
Mhm.
Like one torp from an eclipse can just blow you up. And that's it.
Right. Yeah, Citizen Jar made a point about the caterpillar, whether or not we noticed that it was flying detached when they put in the boxes in the elevator. So I'm trying to find that timestamp. But yeah, the caterpillar was detached. Jade, you asked about that the Miro moved the S1 SU boxes. I heard
Yeah.
it's broken, but hopefully they'll fix it by the time it goes live.
Okay.
But yeah, the quality of life functionality is finished. I'm trying to no mention that. I think that's huge.
Oh yeah, search. That was what I was gonna say. So I've been looking for my Big Benny's box. Or, no, sorry, Big Benny's vending machines that I have.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Up until recently, they didn't have search in the Evocati patch. Did they, Flora?
They have it now, but it's a little bugged.
Okay.
That's a lot of bug. Okay.
I'm gonna jump in after this and actually see
Yeah.
how it is.
Speaking of cargo, when you buy like SU boxes are a big important piece in the game right now with 3 for 24 coming, because if you're gonna buy like armor or weapons or whatever, you can actually tell the kiosk, hey, like transport it to this SCU box, and you can call it from the freight, and everything will be in there. But the one problem that I encountered, and I mentioned this in Evo, is, you know, if you have duplicates of, I don't know, size 4 SCU boxes, you don't know where you put your stuff. They're not color coded, they're not named. So I guess it's just like a one quality of life they gotta add, where you can rename your boxes or, like, you know, color code them to say, hey, this is my FPS gear, or hey, this is my mining gear. Now I know what to do. Like, I know what to take out, rather than crack open each individual one within the UI to find what you're looking for.
You know, they could make it so when you point the tractor beam at it, you know how if you point it at a commodity box, right, and it tells you what's in it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you got like a list of the items that are in those storage boxes.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more on that. Yeah. No, I'm sure they will do it, but the question is when. You know, when.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm going to have to cut in because I lost track of time. I didn't realize we were running this late. But before we move on real quick, I just wanted people to take a look at this and see if they notice anything different.
Oh, the Starlet. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna let somebody else point it out.
Well, too late. You already started. But
I
yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
The logo looks different, right?
Well, it's that thing, the Star Engine logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Star Engine logo. The Red Bear 1 put it in Discord earlier. This is a cleaner shot. But yeah, Star Engine TM. That's a thing now. I wanted to point that out.
And people are gonna speculate again. Are they gonna sell the engine? No.
Yeah, well, they've been doing that ever since CitizenCon, or even before CitizenCon.
Yeah.
We did have a thread. I think do we have this link or something else we went?
I do have that link.
Oh, you do have that one. Okay, good.
I will
Yeah,
paste
but
it
we
right
have the 324 hanger function fact. This is by Carrack. they put in a fact. And, you know, it's pretty interesting, pretty helpful. As a matter of fact, it was so helpful that Nico from CIG responded, "Hey everyone, great thread. Clarifying the point. It is unclear whether or not buying a new ship on the Play Store will decide to play a personalized hangar, as we have to recopy the PTU to chat. Clarification needed. If they're buying a new ship in the Play Store will not resize your personal hangar currently. There are discussions about it internally, so they will keep us in the loop. And when they know more about the specific topic, but it won't make it for 334. So it's supposed to work like if you have a medium ship, but you upgrade or buy a bigger ship, your hangar should resize to a bigger hangar. It doesn't do that in 324, but they're looking into it. All right. Okay, now we're up to our community video. This is the MVP for this week. On this week in Star Citizen. This is called Star Citizen 5 Reasons Why You Should Try Racing by Jakodin. So this is 6 minutes long, so let's check it out.
How's it going, citizens? My name is Jakodin, and today I want to talk about one of the most underlooked or underappreciated gameplay features in Star Citizen: racing. We're talking high speeds, crazy maneuvering, and pure piloting skill that will make anyone go,
"Now this is pod racing."
Over the next few minutes, we'll be exploring 5 reasons why Star Citizen racing could be your next great experience. Whether you're a seasoned pilot or a complete newbie, racing offers a unique feel in the verse. So let's jump right in. First up, racing helps you understand the flight mechanics. When you're navigating those tight corners and pushing your ship to its limits, you will really get to know how it handles. This experience is invaluable and will make you a better overall pilot in the verse. You'll learn how to manage your ship's speed, handle inertia, and optimize your maneuvering thrusters to their full potential. These skills are not just useful on the track, but can be a game changer in combat and exploration scenarios too. Trust me, once you've raced, you'll feel more in control of your ship in any situation. When you start racing, you begin to appreciate the nuances of each ship's designs and functionality. Every ship behaves differently in the different atmospheres, and understanding these subtleties can drastically improve your overall gameplay. You'll find yourself performing better in other aspects of the game because you've honed your piloting skills to utter perfection. Next, let's talk about the community. The Star Citizen's racing community is one of the most welcoming groups you'll find. They're always ready to help you get better, offer tips, and share their experiences. You'll often see veteran racers sharing their insights on the best ships for different tracks, tuning tips, and even strategies for handling specific turns and obstacles. This collaborative spirit ensures that everyone has a chance to improve and succeed. There are several communities dedicated to racing, such as XGR, ANSIA, Atmo, and more, who are constantly working to spread this racing bug throughout the verse. These communities organize countless events, from thrilling exhibition races to large-scale multi-class events. There's always something to look forward to. Then there's also SCR, which has become widely known as the go-to place for anything racing related in Star Citizen, where racers share their best times on any track, whether already implemented by CIG or a fresh community-made track. No matter what state the game is in, racing is as simple as getting in a ship and flying a course. Whether it's an official race or a custom community-made one, racing remains a fulfilling experience as long as the flight model exists. It's pure, straightforward fun that never gets old. One of the best things about racing in Star Citizen is its accessibility. You don't need to wait for a specific mission or an event to start racing. This means you can simply jump in your ship and start flying. The satisfaction of perfecting a track or shaving seconds off your lap time is always there. Racing is one of those gameplay loops that is inherently satisfying because it's based on skill, precision, and personal improvement. Moreover, racing courses can be found all over the verse, from atmospheric tracks on planets and moons to challenging courses in Zero-G. This variety ensures that racing stays fresh and exciting, offering new challenges and experience every time you hit the track. Whether you're time trialing or racing against other pilots, the thrill of racing is unmatched. That feeling of being on the edge, nailing that perfect overtake, or beating your personal best times, it's incredibly satisfying. Few gameplay loops in Star Citizen offer the same level of excitement. The competitive nature of racing also adds to this thrill. When you're neck and neck with another pilot, every maneuver becomes critical. The rush of outsmarting an opponent or executing a flawless overtake can be incredibly rewarding. When you're in the heat of a race, your senses heighten and every decision counts. The adrenaline rush you get from those tight corners, the high-speed straight, and the constant pursuit of a faster lap is exhilarating. It's not just about crossing that finish line first, it's about the journey and the intense moments that keep you on your toes. And finally, the rewards. The racing community in Star Citizen is one of the most supported niches. Many events come with prizes like AUEC, ship ledges, paint, subscriber flares, and even equipment. Plus, participants often get entered into raffles for additional rewards. If you need motivation to keep improving or race harder, the potential for winning cool stuff is a great incentive. So there you have it. 5 reasons to get into racing in Star Citizen. From understanding flight mechanics and joining an awesome community, to the pure thrill and fantastic rewards, racing offers something for everyone to enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons, as I plan on releasing more Star Citizen related videos in the future. I also livestream on Twitch every Mondays and Thursdays at 8:30 PM CET, so follow there if you want to catch me doing some time trials, or if you have any questions. Link for that in the description. I've also included links to some of the racing community discords in case you want to join and start building your own racing career. And if you haven't picked up Star Citizen yourself yet, I've included my referral link so you can nab yourself an extra 5,000 AUEC when starting out. Thank you all so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you on the racetrack. How's it going, citizens? My name is Jakodin, and today I want to talk about one of the
And let's talk about racing. So yeah, what are your thoughts about this community video?
Pretty good.
Yep.
Not much to say. Well, people they're talking about it in chat. Lord of Drip said that makes them want to start racing. It makes me want to start racing again too. I picked it up in around 2016, 2017. And I've been saying this is pod racing since then, so you know I came up with it first. No, I didn't. But yeah, so yeah, definitely I want to get back into racing again because this is always a fun pastime, and it did help me improve my flight skill.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Go ahead, Admiral.
I know Jade will probably have a really good answer, so I'll just put down my shitty one.
No, you don't.
But I mean, certainly it helps to improve, I think, everyone's flight capabilities. I'm a little bit like Mugatu, like, you know, doing these like hairy turns and stuff like that with my keyboard and mouse. I'm like, So I think flight sticks are definitely kind of showcases like the benefit of having them, and yeah, we'll see what I do in the future. But I think if you're really into racing and any really game or even like flight, I know a lot of people like doing flying low to the on the earth and stuff like that.
Flying.
Yeah, mapping the earth, and yeah, and I think this would be something they would enjoy. So yeah, that's my.
All right. Anyone else before we move on?
Jade.
We'll wrap up.
No, Jade goes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, this part is really cool. This Bill Boy, there's the Black Star, my org logo on there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Bill Boy. Yeah, Bill Boy's a Black Star Legion member. He's our
the player.
one of our,
okay.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah. One of
really good
you
racer.
see on each of the ships, there's like the player's name and the logo of the org that they represent. Yeah. What I was
like
going
a
to
few
say.
years ago, right?
No, I think they put this video out. Well, the CIG put that video out. I think it was like either last year or early this year. But what I was going to say about racing is, I mean, the 5 points he made are, you know, they are perfect. People that wanted to learn how to fly decoupled, I'd always tell them, go try racing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to race decoupled, and you can fly decoupled. It's a fun way to learn certain flight mechanics, and like you can learn them in other ways, but I really feel like racing sort of pushes you in that way. The other thing is the community. I'm part of a lot of different Star Citizen communities, but the first one that I was really super deep into was the racing community, and they've grown so much, but there's still that real tight knit. I'll help you. Doesn't matter what skill level. There's, like you said, seasoned pro racers that will give tips. Like, they're not keeping this stuff top secret. They're like, yeah, I want more competition. And I don't know, it's that whole aspect of it is a lot of fun, and it kind of is a little different than like the PvP community, let's say. So if you want to get into something that has a really supportive community that just wants to help you improve, definitely try out racing.
Cool. All right, thank you for that. I'll take the time to wrap up because I'm running a bit over time, but thank you all for joining me. I'm Chris Nagy, Face to Face, Valero, Poppin' Face, and my co-host Jade. Appreciate it. You rushing to try to make it on time. I appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you for putting in the link. Thank everybody for watching and chat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Let's talk about what's coming up. So we have on Saturday. Actually, Jade, I'm going to let you take this part. What's going on Saturday, Jade?
So on Saturday is Soul Voices, but there's also Podsat Saturday, and what that is there are several shows. Soul Voices from the Soul Citizens crew, the Astropub Captain's Table, and Relay Relay Station, which I think, is it the longest running talk show?
It was one of the longest ones, yeah. Along with Captain Table.
Yeah, and so they're all part of the Podcast Saturday, also known as Podsat. And you can explain what Soul Voices is.
Yeah. And Soul Voices is Saturday 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UTC. That's where you get to come in and talk one-on-one with Griffin Gaming RPG about what's going on this week in Star Citizen. But typically, it's something from Spectrum, something from Reddit, and something from the industry in general. Or Griffin may have its own ideas about what's going on. And I do want to remind people that we are 8 followers away from 3,000. So if you haven't followed yet, please do. We really do want to try to hit the milestone 3,000 before the end of the month. And I'm not going to hold Jay to what she said before. So I'm letting you off the hook this time. Don't let it happen again.
All right.
But yeah, I did on Sunday. We are doing damage control, and this is about ship repair and maintenance. And it should be a fun show. Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC, July 28th. So come in and talk with us about that. Should be a fun show. And yeah, again, thank you all for joining us. If you want to follow us on social media, the Soul Citizen with S on and everywhere. You want to support us by merchandise or with the link down below, or you can support us on Patreon, or click the join button on YouTube, or hit the subscribe button on Twitch. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and follow, put in your platform you're on, and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And we are going to raid in Limbo 35, and make sure you send them out loud from it. Soul Citizen. Yeah, thank you for the 5 subscription. Let me see who that is. Lord of the Rip, thank you for the 5 subscription. Appreciate it. That's before we hand it, but thank you for that. So with that, peace, love, and soul.